So in this video, I'm going to show you the black and white conversion method number 9, and it's called the Film&Filter Method, or also known as the Twin Hue and Saturation Method. It's pretty much less intuitive than the channel mixer, and it usually produces a lower contrast image, but this is easily fixed with levels or a curves adjustment, and it does have some pretty unique visualization powers of how the color, the hue, affects the different black and white conversions, and you see them all super quick. So let's go through the process.
Yes!
Are you ready? It's Photoshop time, and you know the drill. Smack it, whack it, and crack-a-lack it.
Yes! That's awesome! What?
Essentially, you're just going to add a hue saturation adjustment layer. You're going to drag the saturation down to -100, and you're going to name this layer Film or Convert to Gray. So double click there. Then you're going to reselect the background layer, and you're going to add an additional hue saturation layer. And you're going to name this one Filter, and you're going to change the blend mode, the layer blend modes, down to color. Now, if you're not, you should be, but if you're not, make sure you're on this filter layer icon so that you can see the hue saturation adjustments up here in the properties panel. And basically, you're just going to adjust the hue slider until you get something you like, and you can always tweak the saturation and lightness sliders at any time. So do you see how you have a lot of power over the conversion of this? And then to get even more control, you can go into the individual color channels, leaving the master. This had a lot of red yellows in it, so I'll go to red and I'll see how I can twist and push very quickly. Go to yellows. Yeah, I feel like something like there is really nice. And as you notice, it does have a little bit of a lower contrast. That's just inherent in this method, but that's okay. Just go up to your levels or curves adjustment layer. I'm going to choose the black point eyedropper, and this looks like it should be black. Maybe I want everything here and below to be black. Okay, I like where that's going. And notice how it chose mostly the blue channel to do that in. Remember, you can always add your own point to the curve. And it's like, well, I want the midtones to be a little brighter, but I do want contrast, so I'll pull the mid shadow tones down, which gives me this nice subtle S curve. And remember, if at any time you want to solarize an image, oh, before I solarize it, do you notice the posterization that's happening over here? That kind of is a bad side effect of this particular conversion method. So you always have to watch out for that. Typically, you're going to see it in the skies before anything else. To solarize something, just invert the curve, and it kind of reverses everything, and it reverses the tones in a way that looks like a solarization technique. And if at any time you want to undo that, you can just grab a point and drag them off. Okay, we're back to where we were. So now I can just put in that little subtle curve. And remember, you always have the ability to go into the presets. It's like, yeah, I'd like something maybe with more of a linear contrast. Well, that's pretty flat. So maybe cross-process this. Well, maybe I don't want that. Do I want a negative look? No, I think I'll just go with strong contrast, which is very similar to what we did. I think we had ours up just a little more. Anyway, this is the Film&Filter or Twin Hue Saturation black and white conversion method. Hope this helps.
Yes!
Hey, what are you still doing here? It's over. Actually, all kidding aside, I hope this video helped. And if it did, consider subscribing. I like subscribers.
That's awesome! What? You just took one in the jugular, man! Whoa! Yes! God, I did. This is
Hey, you stayed to the end. You know what that means? You're awesome. I'm talking about you. Now get out of here.